So, what do you do about infidelity? What do you do if your spouse has been unfaithful to you? If you need to file for divorce, it's going to be a regular divorce filing. There's no box in the form to check for infidelity. So, you're just going to file for a regular, no fault divorce, which is what all the divorces in California are. They're no fault, and infidelity is unfortunate, but the court is not going to do anything for you because your spouse has been unfaithful to you. Even if it was relevant, it's too hard to prove, and there are enough things to fight about over in a divorce beyond who was unfaithful. In today's world, infidelity itself is not going to affect a financial settlement, and it's not going to affect custody. The only way infidelity would affect custody of kids is going to be if the other partner was inappropriate, or there's some type of improper situation where the other partner could be, where the kids being around the other affair partner, if you call it, would be detrimental to the kids. And most of the time, that's not the case. So infidelity is certainly a reason to file for divorce. We talk about the 3 A's: adultery, addiction, and abuse. Any one of those are probably a very good reason to file for divorce if the marriage cannot be saved. But any one of those things, infidelity, adultery, addiction, abuse, those are good reasons to file for divorce, but they're not, most of them, going to affect the divorce process. What do you do in a custody battle when one of the spouses is an alcoholic? Now, that is a different situation. So if the spouse is an alcoholic or abuses drugs, and I'm talking not about social drinking, I'm talking about a spouse who is an alcoholic or who is abusing substances. In that case, there's a lot of things the court will do if there are children who need to be protected. So they can do all types of investigations and analysis of the substance or alcohol abuse of the other party, and it will have a substantial effect on that party's ability to have joint custody of their children. So if you have a spouse who's an alcoholic or abusing alcohol, abusing any type of substance, come to the Bledsoe firm. We know how to deal with that, and that is a big issue in a child custody battle. I think it's important, if your spouse has been unfaithful to you, you probably need to get into counseling, and you need to deal with the feelings that you're going through. You need to grieve that spouse, and you need to move forward. You need to deal with the resentment you feel, and counseling is a really good thing. Also, get a friend. Get somebody who you can talk to. Get somebody who will tell you even when you might be acting inappropriately, or tell when you're going over the edge. Have a good friend. If you're in a divorce, keep your diet good, keep your nutrition good, exercise. It's going to be a stressful process. You need to be at your best, not only for yourself, but for your kids. The divorce is, if you divorce your spouse, if they've been unfaithful, that is revenge. That in itself, I think, is getting revenge. What you're doing is telling the person, I'm not going to take it anymore. I'm not going to put up with this. Our marriage is over. So that in and of itself is what you can do. So if you've been a victim of infidelity, we can help you at the Bledsoe firm.